Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Asia Berlin Summit. My name is Derk Marseille. I'm very happy to announce that in the coming hour we will have 6 pitches of startups, and they will pitch to a very distinguished jury that I'm going to introduce later on. But first of all, I want to welcome you all here. Yes, okay. Unfortunately, for people who have been here over the past years, you know that this kind of applause is not something that the startups will be very impressed about. So we're going to practice this one more time. Hello, everybody. Very good, very good. So the first couple of startups are going to pitch online. So actually, they cannot see us. So for them, it's even more important to give them a warm welcome. And we have 6 in total, like I said, and the last ones will be here on stage. So there we can have this real interaction. And I already told the jury, online or offline, they're all the same. They cannot win a prize, but they actually can network afterwards with you. So all the startups who will pitch will be introduced to the 4 jury members that are there now, anxiously waiting for me to introduce them. So, Urte Zahn of the SIBB, come up to the stage. Oh yeah, that's that's really complicated. It's more like a parkour almost. Okay, but you really tried.
It's like Hindernislauf.
Like a Hindernislauf, yes, actually, like skiing on a slippery slope. Yes, but you managed very well. We're so happy to have you. Please take a seat, and I will introduce our second jury member. Her name is Sophie Weber of the Berlin FoundersFund. Welcome, Sophie. Yes. So, Urte, really, you paved the way for all the other jury members because all the chairs were swept aside, so this is how it goes. And our third jury member is Binh of Brandenburg VC. Yes, and as final jury member, the guy who leads CapaCura at the moment, his name is Jasper Sclumpe. So, 4 members of the jury who are all investing capital into startups, into young companies. We'll do a very short introduction round. Urte, what is it that makes you excited about teams?
About teams, the diverse teams. So if there's really old, young, male, female, cultural background, really a different wise.
Yeah. And Sophie, what is always one question that you ask founders when you first meet them to get kind of a feel of their mindset?
I always ask, what's your vision? I think it's extremely important when you're starting a project. And yeah, everything has to be connected to that vision.
Okay. And Ms. Fu, what do you say to startups when they tell you, Brandenburg, yeah, do I really have to go there?
We have amazing support to startups. It's not only venture capital, but it's also the support, financial support from the state, and it's a very amazing environment to for startup in Brandenburg.
Very good. And to add to this, Jasper, when you have to pitch yourself towards startups, because the most hottest startup, of course, can choose from whoever they like to be as an investor. How do you pitch yourself towards them?
I would say that CapaCura always tries to be at its best in a family sense, support each other, and have a lot of investors by their sides as well.
Okay, so that's cool. Those are the jury members during our pitching contest, and now we give the floor to our 6 startups. So the format is very simple. It's a 4-minute pitch, and after 5 minutes of feedback by some of the jury members, not all, because we have to manage the time, because maybe you know me by now after all those years. It is very important how you start, but it's even more important how you finish. So at 6:15, you can be sure of this. This is what it's like in the schedule as well. You can start to network and to exchange contacts and to talk about what we're about to see. So I hope that they're ready. The first startup, Panoptic, that they're online. Can we maybe see already a face of somebody who is? Yes. Okay. Welcome to this pitch contest at the Asia Berlin Summit 2021. You have the honor to be the first one, and your time is 4 minutes. Everything okay? You're nervous or everything fine?
Yeah, sound check.
On track. Okay, so your
on track. Yes.
Okay, good. Your 4 minutes are starting now.
All right. Hi everyone. I'm Kyle from Panoptic AI. We're a health tech startup based in Hong Kong, developing next generation camera-based health monitoring solutions to shape the future of digital health. Now, I'm sure we're all very familiar with this scene, that regardless of where you are in the world right now, in the new normal, temperature screening is everywhere. So in response to the pandemic, we've developed proprietary technology to enable large-scale temperature screening and fever suspect tracking. Different versions of our technology have been deployed all around Hong Kong, including the Hong Kong airport, border control points, now serving as the first line of defense to the city. So when you have the chance to come visit Hong Kong, our system will greet you there. Our technology has been featured in many different newspapers, TV interviews, and also showcased in the Hong Kong Science Museum as an innovation to safeguard public health. We are a multidisciplinary team with a strong scientific background, consisting of a great combination of young and passionate members, as well as more experienced veterans in the field. And today I'm excited to share our latest development. At the end of 2021, we will be launching our personalized remote health monitoring solution. So simply by smiling at the camera, we can detect a variety of vital signs beyond temperature. We're talking about heart rate, respiration rate, heart rate variability, and stress, and more at an accuracy that is comparable to a medical grade device. And I'll say this again, that this is completely contactless only through the camera. Our software is essentially camera agnostic, which means it's compatible with a variety of consumer level cameras. We play to our competitive advantage of being in Hong Kong, where we're blessed with an East meets West culture and expertise, and also integrate an element of traditional Chinese medicine techniques with our Western medicine physiological analysis to enable what we call holistic remote health monitoring. The data can then obviously be used to generate actionable insights and personalized recommendations for yourself, your clients, your employees, and tracked over a period of time. Now, the market is huge and growing at an exponential rate, especially in the Asia Pacific region, due to a variety of existing market drivers, and also further accelerated by the pandemic. While the technology was inspired for and used for pandemic control, it can also be applied across many different verticals. And after launch, our focus is going to be on telemedicine and insurance, once again, starting to playing to the strength in Hong Kong and then going global. Our primary offering to these industries is a B2B SaaS offering, where we will provide integration of our proprietary SDK to enable remote holistic health monitoring for the previously mentioned industries. And we work closely with leading research institutions like HAUST, have many local organization trial partners, and also have international support. We're also part of the Hong Kong Science Park incubation program, which is one of the most prestigious incubators in Hong Kong. And while we've been in this research field for a while, the company has only been around for a bit more than a year. And in this short period of time, we've received an impressive number of achievements. We're planning on a fundraising round very soon and would love to get in contact with any interested parties. And I would like to just end with this, that regardless of your age, gender, or skin tone, Panoptic AI enables you to take control of your health simply with a smile. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Great presentation. I think that you won more prizes in 1 year than some of us in a whole lifetime.
Thank you. Thank you.
Very good. Okay. Maybe because of the focus, I can give one of you the first chance to respond. Then I'll start with you, Urte.
Okay, so thank you very much. A very nice presentation, and I could follow the whole presentation. I like that there's a lot of application areas, so like elderly care, wellness, and so on. And I could immediately imagine if I go to the airport and I see this huge group of people like queuing up and then queuing up for passport, queuing up for a health check. So I see the benefit there as well. So thanks a lot. And you know, or you might listen that I also like diverse teams, so I missed the female part.
Yes, we're actively looking for that.
Really, really
Thank
great.
you for your kind comments.
Really, really great pitch. I would like to second what was it? Urte said. I really think that this is something that is needed and necessary in times such as today. My only question would be, what is your plan when it comes to the data? Because I spent 3.5 years living in Asia and in China specifically, and there's a very, very different, priority when it comes to data. And I see this, your plan is to go to internationalize and to bring it over to Europe. So have you thought about any kind of data privacy and what you'll be doing to manage it and to make sure that it's in line with the regulations here?
Absolutely. Data privacy is one of the most important things that our team is always discussing about. And I think the way we're trying to approach this for now is through our business model, where at the moment it's still a B2B solution. So we're just going to sell it to the different industries and let those big players handle that part. From our end, all we can guarantee is that the data will be secure and encrypted with the best technologies that we can provide.
Okay, thank you.
So what is your customer group that you want to focus at the beginning?
Yeah, great question. So at the current moment, we are working really close with elderly homes and also certain partners in telemedicine and insurance, specifically these three. Elderly, because this remote technology is accessible, many elderly nowadays actually have a smartphone as well. So this technology is very accessible to them. And then telemedicine is an obvious one. Due to COVID, the market for telemedicine has grown exponentially. And at the moment, we're looking to partner with different telemedicine providers and platforms to provide them with this ability to integrate our solution into their app. And also, health insurance is always a big player that we would love to partner with.
Okay, thank you so much for answering those 3 questions. Panoptic, stay tuned. At the end of this pitch contest, we are going to, after of course the jury has convened, we're going to announce who is going to be the winner of this pitch contest. But thank you so far, and a very big round of applause from Berlin.
Thank you. Hope I can be there physically next year.
And maybe we should also already give a big round of applause for the technical team who has helped us today and yesterday with all the different presentations and video connections. So give it up for the guys in the back. Great job, guys. So Magicbit, you also have 4 minutes. We see you on the screen right now. Great job again, guys. So Magicbit, the floor is yours. You have 4 minutes.
Hi everyone. I'm Migara, co-founder of Magicbit. I'm from a tiny island nation called Sri Lanka. So we are an solution designing company in the STEM space, especially for K-12 students worldwide. And we all know that the technology is transforming the world in a rapid phase. And to face this challenge, the education system itself is transforming with things like STEM education, which promotes innovation and creativity. But when we think about innovation and creativity with technology, inherently it's difficult, complex, and costly, especially if you are coming from a non-tech background. So we thought of making it fast to learn, easy to use, and cost-effective, both for beginners and expert level users. That's why we created Magicbit. We wanted to make a learning platform which is easy to use for robotics, IoT, programming, electronics, for all the areas, a single platform called Magicbit. So we have not just created a hardware platform. Basically, we have created an innovation ecosystem with hardware, software, mobile apps, free content, a community around Magicbit, and our partner. So we have plug and play modules. So we are getting rid of all the jump wires, breadboards, soldering, and all that. We have introduced a visual coding IoT cloud software. So basically, even a beginner for programming can use it. And we are not doing this alone. We love other software and other cloud IoT applications. So basically, anyone can try out anything on internet using Magic. For example, how cool would it be if I tell you that a 10-year-old kid can develop an IoT application like this plant monitoring system in just 10 minutes using Magicbit? So our business model mainly works around selling our product and training modules through our partners. And the team behind Magicbit are coming from a tech background, and we all are very passionate about taking this knowledge about technology to the community worldwide and empower the future generation. Our journey started in 2019. We beta launched our product last year, September, and we did a very successful Kickstarter campaign this year, July, which enabled us to go all around the world. And with all that, we have done year to date around 50K USD sales. We have over 1,000 users spanning over 30 countries. And I'm really happy to say that we have around 20 users in Germany as well. So for all this, we have received numerous recognitions locally and internationally as well. And we are one of the very first tech products from our country to appear on some of the popular tech blogs in the world like Hackster. So we are really excited to be here today. And what we are looking for through this pitch here is we are looking for market access. We are looking for possible partners and collaborators to take our Magicbit innovation ecosystem to Germany and to Europe. So anyone interested is welcome. So let's do magic. Let's create value with Magicbit. Thank you, everyone.
Amazing stuff. And you're doing this all live with all the slides. I mean, really, I'm absolutely impressed by this. Great stuff.
Thanks.
So, Jasper, how much are you investing in them?
It's a very good question. Thank you very much. Indeed, you're touching a point. I have the feeling finally a big hype on EdTech. Finally arriving in Europe. It is still a very hard nut to crack, because one thing you mentioned in your presentation got stuck in my mind. You say you want to conquer the K-12 worldwide. I kind of want to give a word of caution or a thought. I think the school systems are very, very different across the countries, or even Germany across different states. So one of the questions I had is again, how are you considering approaching your customers, and what's kind of the plan? Who is paying for your products in the end? Are these the students, the schools, the universities? That would be interesting. But yeah, congrats of how far you already got.
Thank you for that wonderful question. So if I answer to that question, basically we are reaching out to education institutes and schools who are interested in these programs and introducing this sort of edtech tools to students. For example, I can tell you now in the UK, we were approached by an international school where they want to promote this sort of activity-based learning for students. And we are working with them to have a curriculum, activity guide for the students together with our Magicbit unit. So basically, we are providing this sort of a very value-added product to them as a complete kit with the starter guides and everything, so they can follow on with the activities. And we are basically working with partners because, of course, as you correctly mentioned, we know we cannot meet the gap between the different cultures, different education systems. And that's why we are working with different partners in different regions. And yeah.
Does this answer your question, Jasper? Yeah, 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 more or less satisfied? Okay. Binh?
Yeah, thank you very much for your presentation. As a mother of 3 kids, I'm also convinced that learning STEM should be fun, should be easy, in order for the children to have interest in that. Yeah, I have one question. How do you plan to organize the production? Do you have partner for that?
So yes, thank you for the question. So we have applied for patent for this product. Plus, and our supply chain is currently in place because we have partners to source the components overseas in different countries, because we basically established our operation and everything during the pandemic. So we make sure to have suppliers and backup suppliers for our components, and we do the assembly and manufacturing with a partner right here in Sri Lanka, which is a Japanese Sri Lankan electronics manufacturer. And so they are basically complying to all the standards and everything. And currently we have a capacity to produce around 5,000 units with a lead time of around 4 to 6 weeks. So everything is in place as of now. What I can say you is it was not the same like 6 months before, but now we have sorted everything out and we have everything in place in our supply chain, and we are ready to deliver, especially because we'll be launching with Amazon Launchpad in USA. We got accepted for Amazon Launchpad program, and because of that, we have right now everything is in place for the bulk production and all. Thank you for that question.
It gets better and better. Sophie, you have 1 minute or for the question and the answer in total, then the 5 minutes jury time is up.
My question was actually, yeah, I actually wanted to resonate what Joshua said, but yeah, I really think that this is an incredible product. Well done. You guys have, yeah, you've really made the most out of the pandemic situation. And yeah, I really just encourage you and yeah, wish you all the best.
Thank you.
That's also like good third option indeed. Not a question or a remark, but just wishing them good luck. So that's great actually. So can I have an applause for Magicbit, ladies and gentlemen? So we had Panoptic, you can follow them on their page on LinkedIn. We had Magicbit, you can follow them on their page on LinkedIn to keep in contact. And now we go to the third startup, also ready to rumble. And I think it must have something to do with music. I'm not sure, because I can already see on the screen here that there's a guy sitting next to his piano. Ah, yeah, that's me. I can already see what he's up to. Okay. Well, I don't know how you're going to use your 4 minutes, but it looks exciting. So
Thank you
good
very
luck,
much.
LAIFE. Give it up for LAIFE, ladies and gentlemen.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for your time. I'm Billy Mello, co-founder of LAIFE, Berlin, Potsdam-based startup. So we're going to talk about music and sports. First of all, let's start talking about music. Music is everywhere. We listen to music all the time, when we're happy, when we're sad, when we're alone, together with friends, in the shower, working, doing exercises. Music is a powerful mood enhancer for everybody. But what's the relation between music and sports? Well, When we add a layer of science and data under the music, we help high-performance athletes enhance their game and relieve mental health issues. We know that athletes silently suffer from mental health issues when they need to perform at high peaks, and the COVID situation, of course, only made things worse. And that's where comes LAIFE. LAIFE is an artificial intelligence sound engine that creates original and personalized music to relieve mental health issues and motivate athletes to enhance their performance. Our idea at LAIFE is to be a 24/7 solution from the moment athletes wake up and need to perform until they're actually sleeping. And how does it work? First, we rely heavily on science and medicine, like, for example, a study we're doing together with the Erasmus University from Rotterdam. And second, we collect data from the athlete through mobile and wearables. And third, we gather this data, feed our machine learning system, and the machine learning system generates the music they need and want to perform or to relieve their mental health issues. And how do we make money with this? First, we have a B2B solution where we get a specific data that the business partner provides to integrate our music solution into its platforms. Like, for example, what we're doing with iDoom Technologies and their EEG capturing headphones, SFC Cone with the U21 and U19 teams, Mindset Design and the professional poker players from Bulgaria, Erasmus MC, as I previously mentioned in the presentation, HyperIce and the HyperVolt machine, and also Lululemon with the mirror. We also have a B2B2C solution for clients without proprietary apps, like, for example, the SFC Cone. Our competitors are there and prove that this is a high-value market, but LAIFE delivers more. LAIFE delivers real-time AI music from personal data backed by specialists in science and integrated with all wearables and devices in the market. Not only that, our competitors can become our business partners since we can be their AI music provider. We are into a huge market of more than $62 billion per year, and we intend to have at least 5% of this in the 5 to 7 years to come. For that, we already have our go-to-market strategy, and for that too, we need 900,000 euros to continue developing LAIFE. With this money, for the next 18 months of development, we intend to have at least 20 B2B partners and 25K users in our B2B2C solution. Our team is a very concise but motivated team, from musicians and tech specialists to doctors and wearables experts with a huge combined experience. So we invite you to partner with us. Join us in this health revolution with the best relief for mental health issues in this innovative and high-impact solution. Thank you very much for your time.
So this is actually very smart because he only used 3 minutes of his time. So this means that he has an extra minute for jury comments and feedback. And I don't know if you noticed this, but he's using a professional microphone, and you just hear that the sound is so much. If you do more presentations, to not only invest in, of course, beautiful applications, but also in a good microphone. But that's a side note. This will not be used as time taken away from you. This is just my personal remark, right? So, okay, we have 6 minutes for feedback. Let's start with Urte. You like to listen to music?
Yes, and I also like to take music for workshops. So in different areas, so also for martial arts and also for team building workshops. It's very interesting, and it's a very good way to keep the teams focused or the brain focused, because the brain is very talkative and runs away. So you have to catch the thoughts again and to focus again. So there I can very well understand what you mean and what kind of path you go down.
But
there are like several studies coming up that after 6 months you are not very much interested anymore in this, let's say, apps or also in the gadgets, the wearables. So usually the wearables go into the board again. And the question is, how do you keep the user happy and on your application?
I think the idea, thanks for your question. The idea here is that since we are gathering personal data and with the personal data we're generating the music, I think it's always going to be interesting for the user. and we can add more data. The user can, if they stop using a wearable and they continue using the mobile, we can adapt the data we collect from them and generate music the same way and doing things like this. So it's not only because of the wearable, but it's also because of the mobile application, and especially in B2B, depending of the B2B, the partner we're working with, depending on the data they provide to us, we can also generate the music. So it's kind of like an always evolving situation, and it's going to be interesting more and more and more as we develop more the app. Yeah.
Urte, are you convinced by this answer, or do you want to follow up?
I will leave it like this because I think this is a kind of secret which is not solved yet.
Okay. Sophie?
Yeah, really thank you for that pitch. I want to resonate with Urte. I also really, really love music, and I actually have a subscription to an app as well, which it's sound engineered music with kind of subconscious like affirmations, and I love it. It's really, really great for mental health. So
What's the name of it?
Superhuman.
Superhuman.
Yeah.
Okay.
Superhuman, yeah. And so, yeah, I think this is a very innovative product. My question is your primary target market Germany? Because I'm also using one of these people who uses all the apps, but I know that in Germany that's not quite. I have a lot of friends who are horrified, for example, who me using a Fitbit, asking the question of what are they going to do with your data, and you know, this is something since being in Germany I've realized is very, very pressing topic. So how will you convince your users to sign up?
About the data collection and the use of data, of course, we're going to respect all the GDPR laws that we have to follow, because if not, we won't be able to deliver. And but as you asked, the first market is not only Germany. We're talking now more like Europe in itself, and it's going to be professional athletes. Why that? Because of three things. First, they already have lots of data collected, so they already use Garmin or whatever for training. Second, they need to perform at high peaks all the time. And third, there's the aspirational thing behind it. Like, for example, if Messi uses our solution, a guy that plays soccer on Saturday with their friends will want to use this too. So yeah, the market, of course, Germany is important, but thinking a little bit bigger, going all Europe, especially for professional athletes at the moment, and then amateur athletes and healthcare and so on, so on. Yeah.
Have you just announced that Messi is joining your platform?
Hopefully, hopefully. Well, anyway, we can talk about this after an NDA and then
yeah.
Awesome, thank you.
Thank you very much for asking.
Yeah, thank you very much from me as well. I just want to ask a question about the product, or like how do you describe? It's like you produce music, or you use also the music from other platforms as well?
No, at the moment we generate the music based on the data we collect from you. So, for example, all of us now go to sleep tonight. We all go to sleep. I'm older than you are. I don't know. I take longer to sleep, and this data is feeding the music generation all the time. And if I don't go to sleep in a proper time and I don't reach deep sleep states, the music will adapt instantly based on this data I'm providing for the app. And if you go to sleep very calmly and very relaxed, everything is fine. You just listen to the music and it goes smooth for your deep sleep state. So we're generating this, and it's like being instantly iterated, so to say. So the music evolves as your data points are collected and feeding the machine learning system.
So it's real time, like based on the data.
Yeah, like for example, you're running and you run Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays, and this Wednesday you're not going to reach your goals, and you want to reach your goals every day. So the music evolves and it gets faster, and some messages comes in, hey, you're not reaching, go ahead, and then we speed up the BPM and things like this based on the data we collected and what we are gathering at the moment.
Okay, give it up for LAIFE, ladies and gentlemen. Their time's up.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you for being with us. So I have a question. Is Endeema actually, yeah, they're here. Get ready because I'm about to announce you. So from Endeema, we have Rovigos and Lovelane. They're all going to be here. But the first three, Panoptic, Magicbit, and LAIFE, have been online, as you have just seen. Okay, but this is not how to, I mean, come on. You have to start in the back. You have to start in the back, and I will give you a real warm welcome. Everybody will applaud, and you will run through the applause to the stage, and then give your presentation. So we just pretend like this didn't happen, right? So is Endeema somewhere here? Yes. Yes, very good. Give it up for Endeema! Yeah, go, go, go! Good job.
Hello, my name is Florian and I'm the COO of Endeema. We are a very early stage B2B software making startup, matching energy demand with cheaper renewable energy supply. This will be quite challenging now to get you into energy after such cool topics, but I hope I can convince you about our idea. So I brought with me Sarah. We have done in the 4 months that we exist already a very extensive case study, and this is what we did with Sarah. Sarah is an energy manager of a large manufacturing plant in Germany, and she has the task to provide the stable production with a seamless energy supply. She can buy electricity via a long-term contract, via a weekly or a daily purchase from the spot market with her battery storage, or use her old diesel generators, which she of course doesn't want to use because she wants to get the stable production by saving money and saving CO2. Sustainability is on her top topic. But how does she do this? Well, we have done an extensive case study and figured out what if Sarah can just shift her production or parts of her production 15 minutes later or 15 minutes earlier. If she can do that, she can save up to 109 euros and 44 kilograms of CO2 per megawatt hour that she uses for her production. The case study with Sarah included her annual consumption, which is 130 gigawatt hours. Pretty difficult to imagine how much that is, but it is a lot. And we figured that 15% of this production line is shiftable process. So we can imagine a shiftable process is basically a machine that is running, 10 machines that are running, and 15% of these 10 machines can be shifted in time of production. If she does this, she can save up to 540,000 euros annually and 220 tons of CO2 annual savings. We have, of course, already then thought about, okay, what is a potential market that we can address with this? From the 24.5 million EU companies, we have identified 4.2 energy-intensive companies, and from these 630, which is our addressable market, we have the addressable market in 5 different categories. We have identified shiftable load and shiftable processes of the addressable market that we have identified. And why would we do this now? Energy management is not a new topic. It's quite old. There's even companies in Germany that do this since the 90s. So why should we come in now? Well, we have worked with 5 corporate partners throughout the 4 last accelerators that we have done. 120 manufacturing companies we have contacted, from which 25% have spoken out an interest in our solution. And we are doing this because sustainability is on our top topic, and energy becomes now the hot topic of sustainability as well, because flexibility in our energy grid is necessary in order to integrate all of the renewable energy supply that we are wanting to integrate in this energy grid. The renewable energy share rises, and the greenhouse gas regulations are on the rise as well. Smart meter rollouts is coming in Germany as well. Our business model has the target market of 1,150 terawatt hours of shiftable processes. And from each of these processes, we would, with our clients, take a monthly license, 169 euros per gigawatt hour, and that comes to a revenue of 388 million, which is 20% on average SaaS. Oh, sorry, I was a bit slow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, just 30 seconds more.
30 seconds. We are different because we are focusing on sustainability than all the other energy management softwares. This is how we could look like in the beginning. This is an overview of the shiftable processes that you can have. This is the most important one because there you can see energy demand and renewable energy share, so you can see how it would match each other. I can explain
Final
this.
slide.
And final slide. Yeah, Sarah is very happy now. And this is us, Joël, Lucy, Haris, and me. Thank you very much.
Okay. You can sit on the chair for the feedback. Yes. Okay. Are you happy now? Or is it still...
He didn't mention me at the last slide, huh?
Okay, sorry, yeah. Well, you all had diversity as a topic.
I didn't have that much time, otherwise I would have done it, of course.
No, it's fun. So, congratulations to choose such kind of market. It's a big challenge. There's only one market which has more regulations, which is health in Germany. So energy is like a big task. It's on vogue, so there are many things needed, solutions needed, and also subsidized, and there are a lot of programs around that. My question to you would be: is it like the 15 minutes? Do you have it only like in the internal, let's say, planned network, for example, or you want to trade it also on the stock exchange?
Well, first of all, we were thinking of having this as an internal shiftable process because you would save on the kilowatt hour, gigawatt hour that you are saving internally directly. But of course, the question of aggregation and of then maybe even having this as a virtual power plant is also an interesting perspective on it, though the market on virtual power plants in Germany is quite tight already and very much evolving. Big players' attention as well on this. Next Kraftwerke bought by Shell, Gridix bought by E.ON. So there's a lot of things happening in this field as well. So we are very careful in choosing the right access point because we are also very young, 4 months old. So we are more kind of like, okay, what is the right access point on doing this? And currently, with our partner also, we're doing this only internally. So there's no plan directly on becoming a virtual power plant.
Which partner exactly? I missed that, I think. Who's your partner now?
This is Sarah. Sarah is our partner.
Oh, okay. It's a real person.
It's a real person.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where does she work?
But I cannot yet say the partner, so...
Okay. Now I understand. Okay. Sophie, your question.
Really, really great product. My question is around the pricing. I didn't quite catch that bit. How is your plan, your monetization plan?
Yeah, so that is also quite shifting a lot still. So we are seeing, okay, how are, for example, competitors doing it? How is it possible to do it? And so far, energy management is often a very software-intensive, a very long development phase as well that has to come into place. So most of the times, it's either a subscription model or you purchase the software directly. We are not so sure yet how we can engage with it. Currently, we're thinking of a subscription model because, of course, that would give us the time to develop together and have this partner that we are having some sort of on our side on the development of the product. So, yeah. So I cannot give you a 100% clear answer, but it's in the making. Yeah.
That makes sense.
Thank you. Yeah, I think like focusing on SME is an intelligent approach because in the resident area, the connectivity is not there. You need smart device to connect all the customer with the sources of energy. So I think it's an intelligent approach. But in terms of operation, do you think like shiftability works like in terms of like workers and all the stuff around that?
Yeah, thank you very much for the question. That was one of our big research topics as well. Okay, what is shiftable processes, and are manufacturers actually willing to use this shiftable process also, because production planners are very much caught up with a load of different things that they have to think about, and then comes energy also in place as another factor to take in perspective when shifting processes is quite difficult. However, we have seen now that there is some sort of a need to change production towards renewable energy integration, because prices are rising for times when renewable energy is not available. So this becomes a topic for a manufacturer to take in consideration. That might be difficult to combine with, for example, also working shifts, that you all of a sudden have to shift your shifts to nighttime or to holidays. Well, that's a big question to ask for a lot of companies that are quite strict on this.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, because Jasper also wants to ask a final question.
No, I actually want to congratulate you. First of all, to having the courage to try to enter one of the most regulated markets, coming in this field in a time where energy prices are rising, to try to offer cheaper energy. And I've met two of your co-founders 2 weeks ago at another event at the Tech Quartier. So you're doing the right thing. I think you're very courageous and being all over the place, and a very, very young team. So keep on going.
Thank you very much.
Great encouragement. So, of course, this is so valuable. I can imagine that if you're 4 months old, to getting this kind of feedback, and this is also exactly what we're trying to do, is to, of course, help in the end also the startups by giving them a platform, by giving them feedback. So this is what Asia Berlin is, of course, all about. Like we heard this morning, Rainer Zeider say it's a vision, it's a mission, it's a strategy, it's a platform. So I think this works out well so far. But we have still 2 startups more to go. Yes, I see somebody ready there. This is so nice because they're paying attention. This is something that I like. So the same recipe, I'm asking you to get yourself together again 2 more times. And in this case, give a big applause for Rovigos, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you for coming. It is my honor to be here, and thank you for giving the opportunity. So shall I start?
Yes.
Okay. So our company is AI-based logistics platform company, and we are trying to solve and tackle lots of problems in the logistics. In the logistics, there are 2 main costs: labor cost and storage cost. In the field of the logistics, such as fulfillment, manufacturing, food and beverage industry, there are many companies are struggling with this cost. They tried to reduce the cost, however, they didn't make it. But we found our AI solution can make more significantly reduce the cost. And here I would like to introduce our solution. Our solution is based on cloud. And by using our cloud-based system, we use our AI solution. And we try to get the data from the logistics and perform our AI solution through the cloud and render our AI solution through the web, apps, or REST API. And we call this like business intelligence. So by using our business intelligence system, we can reduce the cost and we can make our system more efficient, more and smart. And there are our policies. So first is accelerate. So our customer, they don't need to change their original system. They just use our cloud service. And through our cloud service, we can run our AI solution through their solution. So we can implement our AI solution within 3 months. And the other policy is affordable. So we can build our solution with a 10 or 20% cost compared to hiring real employee into their company. And then the last policy is adaptive. So we can add our AI solution easily to their solution. So in Korea, there are many use cases, and we can implement our solution within 3 months, and they can show the lots of the labor cost. And we work with the Performance Center, and we try to use our AI solution to perform the AI platform system with a smart factory system. So there are lots of projects in 2021, and we are trying to solve many solutions with our cloud system. And the range of customers from the 2 million euro and to 4 billion euro. So we cover lots of the customers. And we have worked with a lot of Korean Logistics Association, and we recently joined AI startup, and we got lots of award certificate and patent. Also from the Korean government, we got 200,000 grant for free. And how about in Berlin? So we work with the Beta since last August, and we participate IAA, and we met lots of startups over there, and we went GMS and Motion Lab, and even in Korea, a Korean startup, we met Hyundai Robotics in Munich, and so we tried to make some synergy with them. So by using our older experience and expertise from the Korea, we tried to expand to Berlin. And also globally, there are lots of collaboration with us, and especially last week we was selected as the top 500 startup company performed by the Singapore Slingshot, and we are on the round, and if we pass, we're gonna select it in top 100. And we are very early stage, however, we are sure we can expand our solution from the AI to the robot system. So by making fully use of robot system, we can expand our solution as well. And this is our team. And I graduated McGill University in Canada, and I work at Hyundai Robotics. And the CMO, Jung Lee, she is very talented, and she can speak the 4 languages, Korean, English, and China, Japanese. So we can easily contact to other Asian companies as well. Thank you so much.
Please have a seat. Please have a seat. Great job. Well done. And really also, give them an applause again. It's so great. Coming from Korea, here in Berlin on the States. So great. Amazing. Traveled around the world and now here with us. We are so proud. Urte.
Thanks a lot for the presentation. Let's assume that I'm a stupid user and I have no idea about machine learning, AI, storage, ports, and so on. Can you give me like a brief, convinced sentence or maybe 2 so that I really understand as a normal user what is your solution about, or what problem is solved and what problem is solved for me?
So we are targeting B2B industry, and many companies, they try to use their data more efficiently. However, they don't have enough employee to solve the big data problem. So we try to use our AI to understand their data, to make their system more smart and intelligent.
Okay. But what differs you from Google, IBM, or other big or small players?
Okay, so but we are especially targeting logistics. So we are more focused on their local data and try to solve their problem of their company, and by using our AI and try to find how can make their solution more smart and intelligent. So that's our strength. So that's why we try to make a lot of domain knowledge to solve the problem. So compared to them, we are more focused on the logistics and try to use our AI to make their system more smart.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you for the pitch. Very, very innovative. My question for you is, are you focused on both software and hardware? And how does your how are you planning your operations from Korea to Germany?
Okay, that's a good question. So we are only focused on software. So that's why we can easily use our software from the Korea to Germany, even if we need to think about how to use our software in German market, because there are lots of things we need to consider, like privacy or other data security. But still, like, we are sure we can easily adapt our solution to German market. I think that is very easy to use our software because we are based on cloud. So by using our cloud expertise, we can easily expand our solution to German market.
Thank you.
Jasper, sorry, Binh, but otherwise Jasper will complain to me that he doesn't get enough airtime.
안녕하세요.
Oh. Yes.
Oh.
Really interesting. My question would definitely be what I really liked about the pitch, that you have a proper financial plan in place, also strategically what you're going to do over the next 3 years. What I still didn't understand, do you already have paying customers, or when will that be, and how are you going to convince them to actually pay from coming out of the MVP? Are you already generating revenues, or is that a plan as a next step?
Yeah, we already generate our revenue from the sales. So we already sold our system. And our system is based on SaaS, so we can implement our service and we can get easily pay by monthly by using the cloud and AI system.
Great. What were you just saying?
I just said hello in Korean. So
yeah, at the end, do you say
thank you very much?
Okay, good. Say it again so we can learn.
감사합니다.
Great. So thank you so much. Give it up again for Rovigos, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, this is what this conference is about. It's about giving people the opportunity to shine, and he definitely did so. Our final and last startup is called Lovelane. Lovelane is over there. And after Lovelane, the jury is going to convene for a couple of minutes on the left side of the stage. I can do some service announcements. Maybe even Rainer wants to take the stage to say 1 or 2 words. We can take some pictures, of course. And then all of the pitching startups will come onto the stage, and then the jury will announce who is the winner, or who were the winners. And then it's time to have a drink all together. Are we on time? Are we on track? Or yes? Okay, very good. So this means that by now giving an applause to Lovelane, this is really the final thing that I'm asking of you. So give it everything that you have for a nervous young founder who's taking the stage now here in Berlin to pitch your startup. Give it up for Lovelane.
Oh, thank you. This is really nice. I've never had this, so thanks so much for this applause. But now back to you. So my first question would be, who's in a romantic relationship? Very interesting. So a lot of you actually. Must feel comfortable, right? Getting cozy. But this is actually often the beginning of the end. And oftentimes, be honest, it's a slow process, right? It's a slow process. Actually, most of the times you don't notice, right? So it's step by step. But have you asked your partner, when was the last time you asked your partner, and be honest here, how happy are you in your relationship? I see some nods here, okay. So actually, 2 out of 3 people are dissatisfied in their relationship. And to be honest, most of them are never gonna go get professional help, like couples therapy. Why? I think all of us know, right? I mean, the relationship could be better, but it's not that worse or that bad, right? So imagine now you had a friend in your pocket, a friend that helps you lead a better relationship, but in a fun way. Meet Lulu. Lulu is your Tamagotchi of love. Yeah, what does it do, right? So it's your early warning system that'll help you understand how your relationship is doing and what you could do better. Let me give you an example. This is Julia and Kai. Looking happy, right? But what Kai doesn't know is that Julia is not feeling appreciated at all. He only notices that they're having less sex than before. So when start using our app, their Lulu is kind of sad. Lulu will remind Kai to show his appreciation by writing love notes to Julia. Within our app, they can work on their issues by using our microlearning courses. Sometimes they do get stuck, then they can chat with our therapist anonymously and also individually. So by using our app, they'll make themselves and Lulu happy again. We've done extensive user research, and actually 70% of unhappy couples are excited to use our app. Our product is in the core a relationship care app for couples. So of course we're going to monetize the users with monthly subscriptions. But our vision is to create a platform for all relationship topics. So we'll have coaches on there, bringing in their content, building communities, and also partners such as sex toy producers, etc. And all of them will pay fees on our platform. Our market size, you can imagine, quite huge. Just looking at our pilot countries, the German-speaking countries, we're looking at 12 million people and a market size of 668 million euros. But that's just the beginning. Europe, US, Canada, a total of market of 3,664 million, and of course not including Asia yet. So up here to talk to some people from Asia as well. And not even including coaches and partners, so just looking at users as monthly paying customers. Since April, so we started in April, we validated product market fit or product solution fit, validated customer acquisition cost, built our first MVP, and got our first funding. Until the end of the year, we will finalize our app and go online into the official app stores and build out our social media channels to gain first paying customers and go into English-speaking countries as well. So I guess all of us know, probably getting some head nods as well, love is work, right? But no one really wants to work for love. And this is exactly our USP. So we are gamifying relationship care like no other product out there. We are Lovelane. We're a team with over 50 years of experience. Mirko back there, building the best product out there. Rika, our head of therapy. And Thomas making, customizing our app for each couple. So now, last slide. So now is the best time for Lovelane. We're just at the beginning of relationship care, like self-care 5 years ago. So come join us, create more happy couples. Thank you.
Wow. Great. Please take a seat, please take a seat. Absolutely smashing. Yes, yes, very good. Urte, of course, you cannot comment on this since they've already gotten some funding from your organization. But Sophie, maybe you have some remarks.
Thank you so much for your pitch. I loved how entertaining it was, and I'm in a relationship, and I think it's something that as someone who really values communication, I am always talking with my friends. I always seem to be my friend's relationship coach. I think this is definitely the type of app that would benefit so many people. In the beginning, you mentioned that many couples, 2 out of 3 couples are unsatisfied in their relationships, but they wouldn't quite go and seek therapy. So how do you know that this type of app is something that, people would trust and want to use and bring into their relationship? Is it something that you've thought about? I know you've had done the interviews and everything, and you've validated it on a small amount of people, but have you really thought about the societal, the sociological way that we are in society, and how, do you think this is something that people will really want to use and bring into their relationship?
Yeah, that's a very good question. Actually, one of the first questions that we ask ourselves, how are we going to position ourselves to actually convince both partners, because our app is for both, right? And that is a challenge, definitely, to use our app. And that's why our positioning is clearly very playful and positive, and being a friend to really support the couple even before they have issues. So ideally, it's an inspiration app. So we're not positioning it as therapy towards the user, but as an inspiration app. And we also conducted landing page tests, like on Facebook, and gather more traffic actually to test different positionings. And we did see that actually the more positive positioning gains more interest. Even for those that have problems, they will click on that more, because inspiration is more positive and fun than actually are you working on your, like, do you have problems in your relationship? Do you need help, right? So we actually saw there that our positioning is working very, very well. And we can also address those users that don't have issues yet, because, I mean, everyone in a relationship is always excited to get inspiration for their relationship, right? So.
There's some thinking going on there in Brandenburg.
I also had the question like her, so you already answered.
Okay. Jasper, final question for Lovelane.
Yes, thank you very much.
Are you in a relationship, Jasper?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, would
Definitely.
you use the app?
It's tempting because I tell you why. I think the topics of love, mental health, and gamification are super important today and a huge market. I think, if I remember correctly, I talked a few months ago with the CEO of Parship, and they have a group of different aspects. I think they have a turnover of 500 million, and I think it's only going to get bigger. My only question, and it's great that you already got funding, is a bit more to understand the business model behind it. Is it just going to be B2C? You mentioned coaches. Is it B2B2C? Are you thinking of a subscription model, or how do you think? What's the next step in terms of monetizing your product?
Mm-hmm. Very good question as well. So we see that there's a lot of like different directions it could go, which we do need to further validate first, right? But our idea currently is definitely first bringing on the couples. So it will be monthly subscription as a focus, also because there's much more couples than there are coaches. So there's not that many, couples coaches in Germany, probably less than 10,000, US 50,000, right? So really not that many to be the main revenue stream. So it's going to be users and also partners, right? So sex toy companies, I mentioned one, but there's a lot of other products that target couples that don't have a good platform for doing that yet. So those will be our two actually main groups.
Thank you.
Wonderful, really brilliantly done. So give it up for Lovelane, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, if you could go over there and talk amongst each other about who has won this pitch, then it's now 6:15. We're almost done. There's one thing I would like to ask on behalf of the organization to all of you is, could you please all come onto the stage for a final picture? Because we want to celebrate this moment with you and to also have something to remind us of the moment that we had here today together. So if you don't mind, then jump onto the stage. Take this moment of attention for promotion purposes as well, of course. Not going to lie about that. Everybody is important to us.
Quickly be a tendency, my feeling. I have to admit that the first four I didn't really grasp. Me too.
We need a photographer to position us on the stage. More lights. Who can adjust the lights? We need lights on the left and the right side of the stage. Yes, you can bring your drinks, of course. Yes. We try to stay authentic, right? Now it's time for a drink.
And I know I'm not the only one.
Yeah, sure.
Obviously, to encourage more women to start a business.
Yes, thank you. And there is light.
Mine was the last one. Yeah. How about you?
I think I understood the first group.
Yeah.
So I think they were great, but I also think that they already had a long list of prices.
Yeah, sure. No, here. Yeah.
And I think it's also that we should give others an opportunity to be the number one.
Yeah.
Okay, keep it at English because otherwise half will not understand. So what are the instructions about?
The Rovigos.
Why are there chairs?
Number 5.
Number 5.
I had no idea, so I didn't get it.
We're very good.
For me, it
Okay.
was the use case was totally
Yes.
missing. So I understand the solution, but
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
understand where
I on
where
it.
to apply. And I think
Everyone is invited, of
I
course.
like the team of Endeema, but
I really like the idea because I follow
this is like a hard market. This is like damn
so
hard.
long ago, and some very good teams also approached that,
Yes.
but didn't work.
Yeah.
But this is a new approach.
And all the pitching startups in the background, the three.
So
Panoptic, Magicbit, LAIFE. So great that your guys are still there.
I really liked Lovelane and also LAIFE. I mean, it wasn't super clear how they're going to monetize, but I do think that it's something that's quite popular at the moment, and I'm using these apps quite a lot. Yeah, there's a lot of science connected to the power of music and mental health, so it's just a very, very niche group to focus on athletes, professional athletes. So I'm like, but yeah. So was there a general consensus?
I like the Avena.
Björn, yeah, Björn, you're part of this. Give it up for Spielfeld, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, Spielfeld. No. Just delete some pictures of me. Yeah.
You said you also like Lovelane?
No.
Then I think we have three as a winner. I would say it's a statement.
Yeah.
Over the Link Summit. The other were
Okay, so you can stay here. Thank you, Stefan, our wonderful photographer, Stefan. Big applause. Hey. Very good. So, yes, sure. Applause for Diksha doing social media and wonderful moderations. Yes, great.
I think like number two would be Endeema.
Oh, oh.
And I think it gives me, I think they do everything right, should try to be everywhere at the moment. That makes me smile. It's the third event in person, the second one where startups are able to pitch, and it's the second time I see them, so it's,
Okay. So
you gonna give the feedback?
So whoever. So do you maybe you want to take it?
Yeah.
And I take the second one and say it was very close race. So because it's, I think it's not okay if I take the Lovelane feedback.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So
But I think
have you take it.
So that's like, and I can.
Where yeah.
They get a special mention, exactly.
Wait. No, the jury is now coming out to deliver the verdict. So we're now going to listen to which startup has won because they're waiting there anxiously behind us on the big screen. Jasper, yes?
Yes.
All the jury members come out here. Welcome to the front.
All right, let's make it very short. But we really, I think I can talk to all ourselves, enjoyed ourselves. Thank you all for being so courageous, creative, and trying to go out in the world and convince everyone of your products. So thank you very much for all teams that have participated. In the end, it is still the Berlin Asia Summit. So being in Berlin, we kind of want to also it was very close. We had two very, very close to also set a statement out to the world, to Asia, and for us, the most convincing was Lovelane. However.
However,
okay. Yes.
So we also want to mention who was our second favorite. So, and we thought it was like very nice presentation too, and also like it's not only like one person who mentioned this was like a second place. So Endeema was our second choice.
Ooh,
so
Endeema.
congratulations for you as well.
Any more remarks, or this was it?
This was it.
Okay, thank you, jury, on behalf of the audience. Yes. And one more photo with the jury. Yeah, please.
Yes.
Sure.
Yes, okay, present it.
We are waiting for so long.
Yeah, there's no place. No.
Asia, Berlin. Come on, scream. 1, 2, 3.
Asia, Berlin! So. Okay, now let's all get a drink.